that. Alright guys, here I am back in the basement again, doing the face shrine anyway, of this Legend of Zelda playthrough. It's been a while. This whole quarantine business and everything has been completely insane. I have not had a moment, really that many moments at home where I've had the opportunity where it's been quiet enough to actually record, and I'm not actually hopeful that it's going to remain quiet throughout this whole thing. But I think it's probably pretty dark in the video. I can't really tell from here. Also, I finally got a new phone, so I'm actually able to capture video. The problem is, it looks like my face cam is going to be very, very dark. Oh, okay, all right, that's fine. Oh, and I'm off center. That's good to know after I get started. Anyway, this is the face shrine. This was, as far as from what I remember, one of the more complicated dungeons. And yeah, no, I'm not doing the Reddit D&D stories right now. I did those out of, like, mostly because I wanted to try something new, but I just decided this is not going to be the correct format to do that. And honestly, I don't know if or when I'm going to be able to get back to doing that. If you're going to notice, there's probably going to be more jump cuts around here than normal. I tried to edit this so that I don't know why I didn't cut a lot of this part out. Oh wow, this is a lot of useless footage here. I tried to edit this so I could just get through the rooms as quickly as possible, because there's a lot that needs to be done in this dungeon, and I don't really feel like doing, showing absolutely everything in real time. I feel like that'd be kind of a waste of, whoever decides to watch this, be a waste of their time, as well as a, waste of mine having to go through it multiple times. Like, I'm going through and watching my playthrough as we go through this. You can tell by all the flashes that I'm actually watching this down in my basement on my projector, which is really nice. It gives me a nice idea. Well, it lets me sync up the footage anyway a little bit better. Actually, I don't think I've shown anybody what I mean when I say I'm actually going through and watching these things on my projector. So I'm just going to go ahead and, I can't do that live on this phone. On the other phone, I used to be able to swap between the front and rear camera on the fly, no matter which mode I was on. But I don't appear to be able to do that on this one. That kind of sucks. Oh well. Anyway, this phone at least feels a lot more solid than my last one. My last one, I was so mad because okay, so the story behind my phones is I just keep breaking the damn things. So beforehand, I smashed the screen a few times. Oh, that was a nice little flash for the menu. I thought I would have gotten that out a bit better. Apparently not. Apparently I should have gone through and edited these out a bit better. Anyway, back to the story of my phones. I just keep destroying the damn things. And I swear it's not intentional at all. It just, the first time it just kind of fell out of my pocket. Fell onto the floor, like a foot to the floor in the maintenance area at work. And just smash the screen. I was mad. That was it. But I had an upgrade available, so I went ahead and did the upgrade. I'm like, okay, so I got the other new phone based on the recommendation of the person at the sales counter. I got that phone. I did not like the previous phone I had. It had a few cool things that my other phone didn't. Like I said, it had the ability to swap between the front and back camera, but it was a USB-A charger, which I hate. I don't like in any of my phones, and that was unfortunately also the phone before that was USB-A. This one's USB-C, so I actually really like that. I changed to a Samsung A10e. That's what I've got now. And well, so far I actually really like it a lot better. It reminds me a lot of the Galaxy 6 I used to have. Which, you know, appropriate, it's the same manufacturer and everything. Which that's a whole nother story about how I lost that one. Which I'm not gonna get into right now. But anyway, I just keep destroying my phones. This last phone I had, like, you know, I didn't like it really that much from the get-go, is a Alcatel. And I did not like it that much from the get-go. And this was after the previous one fell out of my pocket and smashed the screen. I'd had that one for a while. I'd had that one for quite a while. And I really liked it. And it worked well for me. I remember having to beg and beg and beg to get any cash to be able to, well, you know, beg and plead to get Christmas and birthday money to be able to go ahead and replace that one, because I never have that much money on me at any given time, since a lot of my stuff's pretty expensive, and and I needed a new phone right away. So I got that one. I got that Alcatel based on the recommendation of the salesperson, and I did not like it. It literally took, I'm not exaggerating, it literally took like a day for me to smash the screen on the stupid thing. A day. I had the stupid thing a day. And, you know, I know everybody's going to ask, well, did you get a case? Well, I did not get a case right away, because they did not have a case available for that phone. Okay, so lesson learned there. If I'm going to buy a new phone, one of the things I need to make sure I'm looking at is if a case is available that day that I pick it up. Because apparently, if it's not, I'm going to frickin' smash the stupid thing right away. Lovely, right? Yeah, I thought so. Anywho, I kid you not, I ended up smashing the screen on that phone about 5 or 6 times, and I had, you know, I was looking at my list, and I'm like, oh my god, I've got like 4 months to go before they'll allow me to do an upgrade on my phone plan. Like, no kidding, 4 months I had to sit with this phone with this screen, which was effectively falling apart. I actually went through and, you know, used filler putty and super glue to keep this screen from just like leaking, you know, from just falling apart in my pocket, and or, you know, absorbing any moisture from rain. So this phone screen was just, it was just shit, but it still registered my hand. You know, it still registered all my hand movements, so I was able to do most of the things. But one of the things that ended up breaking on both sides of my phone was the camera. So I couldn't record any footage. I could not record any footage. And it was so aggravating these last couple of months not being able to do that. Oh. But now I have this new phone, and I was able to get a... Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention, I did actually buy a case the day, you know, the day I bought the phone, right before I smashed it, that last Alcatel. I did end up buying a case for it. I'm still waiting for that case to show up. It's been 3 months. I don't understand what the heck was taking so long there. It's been 3 months and I still have not seen that. I've got a dispute filed through Amazon, and I have not heard anything back from it. But I mean, come on. It's been that long. I don't. Yeah. Yeah, that's really all I've got. That's all I've got. Oh yeah, and I forgot to mention, there's like nice fun little story about getting this phone. So I go to the shop to I finally am able to go and get an upgrade, and some of the stores in my area are gradually opening up. Okay, they're gradually opening up. Any place that does not require you to be within 6 feet of each other, they're gradually opening up, and so I go into the shop that sells the phones that are through my service plan, and so the guy is doing the transaction. I pick out this phone. I pick out the exact phone that I want. I've got a case and a screen protector and everything right next to it, and so but we're starting to set this thing up. And it gets to a point where I need the Wi-Fi password, so I gotta hand it back to the salesman. And it just flies right out of my hand. No idea why. It's not like I put any force into it whatsoever. It's like, you've had those instances in your life where you don't mean to do something, but it just kind of happens. Like you're just trying to hand your friend a pencil or something, and you end up using just slightly too much force, and it flies across the room into the wall. Everybody has had that happen to them before. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Yeah, this thing flies right out of my hand, and just, again, smashes. Screen is just destroyed on it. I'm just thinking, oh, are you freaking kidding me? But thankfully, the salesman there was just like, well, it's a good thing I hadn't hit enter yet. And he was able to grab me just a different one. And, because I had already told him the nightmares I'd gone through with the last couple of phones I got. And I'm like, oh my God, you cannot be kidding me. I've never smashed a screen on a phone before the last one I had gotten. Well, no, actually, no. Since the last 4 phones I've had, I have accidentally smashed the screen on. Why? I have no idea. The first one I took as just an isolated incident because it was at my friend's. We were having a bonfire. He's got a big concrete slab of phone death in his backyard that he has his fire pit and a bunch of chairs and a bunch of beer coolers on, and that's usually where we hang out. That was actually where I was initially testing out the old projector. I ended up giving him that old projector, but we tested it out outside against the side of his house. We were playing Donkey Kong Country on the Super Nintendo Classic outside on a projector on the side of his house, and it was one of the most awesome things I'd ever done before. It's not the first time, or it's not like something brand new. It's just the first time it's been available to me to be able to do that. I remember that somebody in the neighborhood or somebody visiting in the past has had a projector or something and was able to project one of their video game systems on the side of their house or home movie or something. And we're able to do that and just have a good night playing games and stuff like that and watching movies on the side of the house. So that in itself wasn't new. It was just the fact that it's so easily accessible now, and I'm so excited about that. Just being able to do the whole backyard movie night without needing 8mm 8mm projector to read 8mm, that old film stuff, the old film reel. It's it's awesome being able to do that. And yeah, I know commercial projectors are not really the whole big special deal. I feel like they kind of still are to me, just because it's something that was never really available to me before a year or two ago, or not something I would have really even thought about having. I was just glad that we were able to clear out this one room in the basement. This room used to just be filled with junk. Okay, from the get-go, from day one, this room was basically filled with junk, and it flooded every single time it rained. You know, but we were able to get the work done on the foundation, the entire basement. They spent like a couple of weeks going through and pounding out the entire border of this basement. And you can't see me, but I'm actually making the full hand gestures to gesture around the entire border of this basement. They dug everything out, and then refilled it all. Like, it was ridiculous. Oh yeah, the big advantage of this game, not having to redo locks every single time you leave the room. I did not have to throw those stupid horse head puzzles every single freaking time I walked in and out of that area. That was amazing. And I didn't have to sit through all the animations for all that, and you know, I could just walk through. Because I had already done it once before. Oh, looks like I forgot to get rid of that screen. Oh well. But anyway, I guess the lesson of the story is, I love projectors. I don't know. I'm just kind of rambling on because I'm kind of I'm excited to actually be back. Back again, I guess would be the best way to put it. What the heck am I doing? I don't know. Like, I've actually missed being able to record and do all this other stuff. I'm hoping at some point here soon that I can get some friends over. Because, if anybody's familiar with with me talking about building the arcade machine, that's almost done. That is almost done. And it's turning out really well. My big thing is, like, I was going to order the light guns, but there's another option that has recently been pointed out to me. God, what are they called again? I don't know. I'll have to look it up and do it, because it was one of in my recommended YouTube viewings, an Indiegogo campaign for this new new light gun technology, I guess would be the best way to refer to it. The only thing is I think I would be better off just getting the aim track light guns for now, because those I can still hook up to the PlayStation 2 and be able to use them that way. I mean, yeah, it sucks being needing to use the sensor bars. Oh, wow, that was great. I made Chinese, and it was great. Homemade is homemade is always the best when you can cook it yourself. Like, you know. Oh wow, there we go. Oh crap, I'm almost done with this dungeon already. Ha! I've just been rambling on. Oh, yeah. There's my boss key. Anyway, like I said, I'm glad to finally be able to come back, because I have so much crap I have to go through. Oh, so much still I gotta go and clean up and clear up. Oh, yeah, I have more parts from Shapeways that I have painted up in my attic that I have to go and do another part of review for. Yeah, I got all the Abominus pieces from, oh shoot, why did I forget his name? But I bought all of his, like, I ended up, the entire order ended up being from one person, even though it was completely unintentional to be that way. I was just looking for a bunch of pieces to for a bunch of pieces for figures that I've been meaning to upgrade. End up all being from the same designer, so that's always nice. But my problem with doing the Shapeways reviews right now is that with Earthrise and all these other things coming out, I haven't had as much need to upgrade any of the figures. And while that should be a good thing, I feel like that's a shame. I really do. I feel like that's kind of unfortunate. At the same time, I hope that a bunch of other, older figures get some much needed love from designers, but basically, unless I'm willing to go ahead and commission them to do it myself, which is not that I'm not willing, I just, I don't have the cash to be able to do that, which it sucks. Like, they definitely deserve to make their money for that. And I'm definitely not going to go through and just be some sort of choosing beggar, like, hey, can you do this for me for free? Please, man. No. Like, I've done CAD before. I know how to do it, and I know how much time it takes to do some of that stuff. And no, I will never, will never shortchange somebody for wanting to be compensated for their work for that. Because it takes a long time and a lot of effort to be able to do that. For the life of me, I still cannot make a full ball in one of the CAD programs I used. I actually ended up once successfully making a head upgrade for Reveal the Shield Wind Charger. The Transformers toy Reveal the Shield Wind Charger. I had made a full head upgrade for him. The problem is that the head on Reveal the Shield Wind Charger does not just pop off. Like, you've really got to struggle to cut that thing out. And also the thing is that I was not able to get a full ball. I was not able to do a ball on the, to hollow out the head so that it would just slide right on. So I had to just kind of make a cylinder. Like, I didn't have any, I had no idea what else to do at that point because I couldn't quite get it to work. It's in my parts bin somewhere, so eventually someday I'll dig it out and show it off. I don't think it's Shapeways compliant anymore. I don't think it would pass their tolerance tests had I ever decided to make that model public. And looking at it, it's very basic. It's very geometrical. There's a lot of angles on that thing. And the one thing that's to its advantage, though, is that it's for a robot figure. So it's okay to have a lot of angles on that. You wouldn't expect to have a lot of, curves and smooth surface, and rounded surfaces on it. So there's that. Oh, here comes the owl guy again. Oh crap, I'm already almost done. Oh. Might have to do another one of these real quick. Well, he's back to go finish off the Legend of the Guardians, Owls of Ga'Hoole. Hey, thanks for watching. If you enjoy my content, don't forget to smash that like button. If you're new to the channel, you can check out past videos here, or you can click here to check out my newest upload. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell to stay notified on all future videos.